Did Lou Elizondo just admit that the U.S. is in possession of UFOs? Let's dig into it. Before I do, welcome to Cosmic Road, where I explore UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, comment below as I'm going through it, and let me know what you think. Okay, this is from an interview that Lou gave with Engaging the Phenomenon. By the way, this is part one in a series I'm calling Parsing Lue. That is parsing Luis Elizondo's words and interviews that he's given. In various interviews, there are little snippets of many interviews that he's given where he kind of hints at some really juicy nuggets. And he rarely goes into much detail there, and he probably can't go into much detail. But those are worth highlighting and discussing, and I don't see enough people doing that. So I think I would like to begin a series doing that, and I hope you join me on that. Okay, so for the first one in the series, one of my favorites is the government in possession of downed flying saucers and or Tic Tacs or whatever other shape they are in. Okay, let's listen as Lou answers a question from James.
Crash retrievals and materials.
Mhm.
So I remember when you were on Tucker Carlson, and you had the famous line of simply put, yes. You know, does the U.S. government possibly have materials? And when you asked that question, I went to Eric Davis and I asked him, what do you think about Lou's statement? And Eric Davis said, and he authorized it for public use. What Lou said is 1,000% correct. And the U.S. government has crashed and or landed UFOs. Why do you think he said that?
Well, I'm not going to answer for Eric Davis. Eric Davis is an incredible human being. I've had the honor and privilege of knowing him, and more importantly, I've also seen the work product that he's produced for this nation. And at some point, maybe one day it'll be clear all the stuff he has done for his country. But he really is. When you talk about American heroes, he really is one of those. He falls in that category quite squarely. He's an amazing human being. So I'm not going to elaborate on what Eric Davis thinks or says or knows. He's his own man. I can tell you that when he tells you something, he tells you the truth. He has no motivation other than the truth.
Okay, so that's all Lou is willing to say on the issue, but that is a lot. He's saying that Eric Davis is telling the truth. Eric Davis is telling the truth about the U.S. being in possession of downed UFOs. Downed, crashed, and or landed UFOs. I think that's a very interesting distinction and suggesting that we may have both. Landed UFOs, what does that mean exactly? Does that mean that aliens have landed and then we stole their ship? Did they land and then they were killed and we recovered their ship? Did they land and give us their ship? What exactly does that mean? I have no idea. I would love to know what Eric and Lou know about this. I'm a huge fan of Eric Davis. I mean, what little that we know in the public purview is fascinating. I mean, this guy is living the life of the X-Files, and he has been doing so for a number of years. He was there at Skinwalker Ranch, and he is still in the game, and we don't really know all he is doing and has done. Lou suggests in this interview that he is a true hero, and from what I have seen, what little there is available, that does appear to be the case. And I would love the autobiography on Eric Davis. I hope that becomes available. Him and Hal Puthoff and all those guys. I mean, they are living the X-Files life. Man, to know what they know would be mind-blowing. But at any rate, he is living the X-Files life, and he apparently has seen these craft, or is aware of these craft. I would not be at all surprised if he has worked on them, or the fruits of them, because that seems to be what Eric does. But at any rate, Lou and he are acquainted with each other. Lou has a lot of respect for him, and Lou says he is telling the truth. Now, Lue isn't coming right out and saying, yeah, there's UFOs and we have them, but he is, because that would violate his NDA, and I totally respect that. And I'm very happy that he can drop these hints without violating his NDA. But he is saying that, Eric is telling the truth. And what is he telling the truth about? Well, he's telling the truth about us, that is the U.S. government, having UFOs in their possession, which of course corroborates Bob Lazar's story and many others. There are countless stories of the government doing things involving UFOs, reverse engineering or back engineering their technology, using the fruits of that technology, actually dealing with the visitors directly and engaging in some sort of exchange or working together in some way. There are several different rabbit holes to go down in that particular subject, and I'm not going to go down them all in this video, maybe later. There are obviously rumors of the secret space fleet and all sorts of stuff like that. I don't personally subscribe to that, but my mind is open, and there is some compelling evidence to suggest that some of that stuff might be real. But again, I don't know, and I have not seen enough evidence to convince me that that is true. I do tend to believe that we are working with the visitors, that a compartment of the government is working with the visitors. I could be proven wrong on that. It could be, as some say, there are different levels to the idea of us working with the visitors. The surface level is simply that we have these craft and we have tried to back engineer them, but without success. And the project has been shelved several times and dug up several times, and we can never make any progress. And so that's that's step one. That's option one of this theory. Then it's we've been working with them, and there's some interaction. We do have some ships, and they have some ships. Some of what we're seeing in the skies is us. Some is not. But that's about as far as it goes. And then there's option 3, which is full-on space fleet. We've got we're in space wars, fighting on behalf of various aliens on Mars or whatever. All the Corey Good kind of stuff. And who knows? Like I said, Corey Good could be totally on point. That could be totally legit. I don't know. I tend to go for option 2, that we are interacting with the E.T.s or the visitors on some level, and there is some sort of exchange going on. There are, according to me, there are deep underground bases where we are conducting all sorts of experiments and interactions, carrying on interactions with these beings. But that's my interpretation. That's not Lue's interpretation. Lue is simply saying, without saying it, that yes, we do have these craft, and that is huge. That is very significant. He has before said that yes, we've had the material, but I can't recall him ever actually saying that we have the craft before. And again, he's not saying that now, but he is strongly suggesting it. Okay, that's episode 1 of Parsing Lue, trying to understand what Luis Elizondo is getting at and what he's trying to tell us. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you do, please hit the bell next to it and comment below. Let me know what you think. What is Lue really saying in all of this, and how deep does the rabbit hole go? Until next time, this is Cosmic Road signing off.